You guys don't know me, my name is Courtney, and I'm the product marketing manager here at Followup. And today we're going to be covering all these new features that we've pushed out in this past quarter and what you can expect moving forward and things that we have going on the roadmap. So I'm going to pass it along to Eric.
All
And
right. Hello. Yeah,
sorry,
go for it.
sorry, one more thing. If you guys have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to throw them in the chat and I'll be monitoring that. So take it away, Eric.
Yeah. Stop me at any time too. Let me see. Oh, there's Jerry, the goat Jerry. We have Dave, Joe, Larry, Lisa. Wow, we have quite a few people here. This is great. Vin, Will, Rachel. All right. So super excited for today. So to set a little agenda for us, well, before we hop in, I think let's see what the first slide is. My name is Eric. Just a little background on me, co-founder of Followup CRM, married, got two sons, a 3-year-old that I'm throwing in the air right there. You can see he enjoyed that a lot. So we're in the wrestling phase of toddlerhood, which is super fun for dad. And every night when I get home, we have to wrestle for an hour, but then he goes to sleep really well, so that's good. And then we have our 7-month-old Jonathan, and he just started eating this month, which is super fun. He loves sweet potatoes and tomatoes, so trying to get him started off of unhealthy food rather than a bunch of sugar. Yeah, enough about me. What we're going to do today is talk a little bit about what we've built so far in 2026 and first half of the year, and then the second half of the year, what's coming. Super excited about what we have. But before we do that, I just want to talk about how we build. Our features, and it's really all about customer feedback. So whether that is through our in-app support, on the bottom left-hand side, you'll see our help chat. And at the bottom, you'll see an area to suggest a feature. This is an area where users across the country can go and add in features that say, hey, it would really helpful if we did this, or, when is this integration coming? And then it allows us to collectively vote on the product roadmap. So definitely go in there. And then the other way we build out features is with and alongside customers. So we do that as well. And usually when we build something with somebody, it applies to a lot of different situations and companies. So we're built by construction for construction. So what we did so far this year and what's coming, we like to kind of do that. So, we send out product emails updating people, but no one reads emails, right? So that's why we like to do a video recording of this. So let's hop in. So first thing that we did, this was back in January, is that advanced permissions. And one of the big enhancements around this is that we have the ability to isolate by team. And essentially what this means, just to talk about it generically, let's say you're an organization that has a service division and a construction division. Or maybe you're a company that has like concrete and drywall or metal and roofing or something like that. And you have two teams and you want them to be running kind of isolated from each other. You can set that up. And what you would do is add the users as a part of team one or team A, as you see in the screenshot. And that will help you kind of pull reports by team, update things by team. And really, it's about limiting visibility by team so that people can have access what they should have access to. And this is by team or office. This is another application of that where maybe you have, a Miami office and a Fort Lauderdale office, and there's not too much overlap. So you want to isolate things by team. So that's a really great feature that we rolled out. Email marketing. This is a big deal. Let's say you're using MailChimp or Constant Contact or there's tons of email marketing systems out there. We've built ours right within Followup. So since you're doing a lot of business development, a lot of customer nurturing right out of Followup, we thought, hey, we need to build this in. So we have some templates that you can kind of customize out of the box, and get that going. If you need help migrating away from Constant Contact, MailChimp, or any of the other ones out there, we can help you do that. But the really big application for this is to send out your monthly newsletter to your leads, to your customers, to build that brand awareness with them. And, in South Florida here, it's hurricane season is starting up. So maybe you want to send out a hurricane preparedness email or a 4th of July email, whatever it is, you can do that right within the system. And it's super easy to do. Drag and drop builder. You can send those emails out to all the contacts within the system, build different lists. So you can send out maybe a list to CEOs or a generic one or one to property management companies. So you can really kind of customize what you're doing and who you're sending these email news letters to.
If you guys want, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
If you guys want some more information on the email marketing stuff, I'm going to throw a link in here that links back to our webinar recording that we did on this, so you can dive into some of the specifics on that.
Yeah. So and also reach out to your CSM. They would be happy to kind of help you with migration. But here's a kind of screenshot inside, so you can see drag and drop builder. You can add different lists. Don't send to. So let's say you have a list of 100 people and you want to remove like 5 or 10, you can do that and then really customize that to the campaign that you're sending out. Here's some analytics that are behind the scenes once the email is sent. So you get those open rates, your click-through rates. You can put in links in those emails. Basically, everything that you would do with MailChimp or Constant Contact, you can do right within the system. So really nice module that we've added there. Next thing is the building connected integration. This is a big integration that a lot of our customers have requested over the years. And I believe we're the only CRM that integrates with Building Connected. So that's really cool. One note on this, I do believe you have to be on the paid version of Building Connected to get access to their API. We don't charge for it. But for the Building Connected API, I think you have to be on the paid service. So if you're not on the paid service, you don't have access to their API. I know some people just have the free Building Connected service, but it's a real-time integration. And so it's really nice where, let's say you're on Building Connected and then there's a opportunity that you receive. You can tag that with the Followup tag, and it automatically enters into your Followup, creates a company or a project, and then you can pursue the pipeline that you get from Building Connected within Followup. Procore integration. So we have the best Procore integration on the market. I am so excited about this. We monitor Procore very closely on all their API updates, and recently they released their bid board. So this bid board is very similar actually to like what Building Connected does, where GCs can post jobs and then subs can go on the bid board and receive those jobs. But what we had is a lot of customers say, hey, I want to get the bid board bids and then put them in Followup so that we can follow up with the GCs and actually close the job. So you can do that now with the Procore integration and sync your bid board projects to Followup. And then once the project is won, then you can create the project itself from Followup to Procore to do the project management side of it. So that's a really nice feature that we've built there. Okay, so the work order and job packet enhancement. So let's say you have this project in Followup and you're trying to send out the crews. We've really enhanced the print functionality. So if you go on the project page and click on the print button, you can customize this for a printout that you can give to a crew member or take on site with you wherever you're going. And it gives you all the flexibility of the project page, and gives you the information that you need to give out to whoever you're sending out. And then it's really cool that you can customize like different sections. You can have a custom section, put it in notes, and then you can also save templates. So we have customers kind of really going crazy with this feature because of the different templates that you can create and save. For example, maybe you have a particular person going out doing takeoffs, and they need to capture that information. You can use a template for that. Or like I said, a work order, you can save a work order template and send and print out something like that. There is another one that is just like a documentation or a job walk, where you can capture all the information in a document. So you can do that as well and print that off. So really nice enhancement there. You can customize it with your logo and all that kind of information. Next thing is shared lists. So on the projects page, you're able to create a list and then share that list with other users within the company. So let's say you have a team of 5 people and you want to share that list. Before, the lists were isolated to the individual. And so I would have to create the same lead list that Courtney would make in the system, but now we can work together off of the same list. So that's huge. And then we also updated the advanced search feature where you can do date ranges of searching. So like, let's say you want to see a date range between now and January 1st. You can set up those filters and then do that advanced search date range. And then also a double sort feature. That's something, it's these little things that really make the system really powerful for customers. So a double sort is basically, I want to sort my projects alphabetically, save that, and then by highest dollar amount, right? So that's what basically a double sort does. So really big enhancement there. And then we're introducing voice AI. So something we're really excited for. We have a few customers in beta right now. And what this is a data entry agent that allows you to work within the CRM with your voice hands-free. So whether it's on your phone or you're sitting in front of the computer, you can enter in a new project, you can update projects. And I'm going to show you guys here live on what that looks like right now. So I'm just going to minimize this real quick and then show you exactly what it looks like. So we have a couple of users using this right now in beta. If you're interested in joining the beta, let us know and we can add you to it, and you can play around with it, give us feedback. It's AI, right? So what that means is that it's constantly learning how people use the system and how people speak, so that we can execute the system functions on your behalf. So let me show you how it works. So right here on the bottom right-hand side, we have this microphone, and you can see me playing around here with it. But right here, you can see tap to speak, and then you just talk to it. So let's give it a try. Enter in a new project called the Wells Fargo Building. There it is. So when you speak to the AI, at first it captures what you heard, and you can edit it if you want to. Maybe you don't want to say the Wells Fargo Building, right? It's just Wells Fargo Building. It gives you the ability to edit that, and then you can accept that. And then on the background, what it's doing, it's creating that project for you, and it allows you to verify that we have captured everything correctly, right? So there you go. Confirm, we've created a new project. If I click on view project, it will take me to that project Right there, it's entered it in. So let's say now I want to update the project. We can do that as well. Update the Wells Fargo building project to an active status. There we go. Accept. There we go. So you can see sales status has been active bid. I'm just going to confirm that that's exactly what I wanted it to do. And then we're going to view the project and you'll see active bid status. So works really nicely. And so you can do, a lot of different things. Let's do one more just for the test, for the fun of it. I'm 2 for 2 right now. So let's give it a try. Add a comment to the Wells Fargo building project that says, I met with the owner and he went on vacation to the Bahamas last week. There we go. Add a comment to the Wells Fargo building. So good. It captured it perfectly. Accept. All right. Comment was added. And then we're going to check it out on the project. All right. So if I scroll down bottom here, I met with the owner. He went perfect. So everything's looking good. You can see all the updates that I made, and you can see it's noting that it's done with the voice AI. So at the end of the day, what this really does is allows you to keep the system up to date on the go. This is as close as the number one thing that we hear from people is like, oh, my people won't update the system. This is as close as you can get to the system reading your mind, right? Like some people ask me, oh, do we have to enter in things manually? And then I always joke when Elon Musk has the Neuralink, we will integrate with it. But for now, you have to type things in. But actually now all you have to do is talk to the system and you're good to go. So this works, when you're on the road. Maybe you just, met with the Wells Fargo building and you just want to update it really quick. But it allows you to basically update anything within the system just via voice. So any questions on that? I know I've kind of ran through a lot here. I'll pause.
Yeah. So we did get a couple questions. A couple people were asking if this is going to be coming to the phone, being available on mobile.
So for the voice AI, yes.
Yes. Awesome. And then we also got a question. Can you ask it to complete many fields at once, as in speak for a minute straight with lots of detail, and it captures all of them?
Yes. So you can, so the more you ask it, the more complex it gets. So, and the longer the processing time. And so right now, I believe you can ask it to update about 3 to 5 things max. And then over time, it's going to get better and better and better. So yes, you can do that, but you also want to verify all the actions that you wanted to take. So the way I just did it right now is probably the cleanest and easiest way, and it's going to get better and better and better.
For beta testing, what is the preferred method for providing feedback?
Great question, Rachel. So let's say I tried to do something right here and it didn't really understand something, right? We have this flag feature. Okay. So AI, is changing every day and the models change every day. So let's say it got something wrong. Like what, for me, my name is spelled Erick. And a lot of times the AI says ERIC because that's the most common spelling. But I want to report that issue so that it learns that, right? So you can come to this flag and say, it's spelled Erick and not Eric. And then our development team takes that feedback and then iterates on that and then makes the corrective action from there.
Great. We got a couple more questions. Can you update the fields and project data, record details, etc. with AI?
Yes. So all you need to do is say the field name and what you want it to be, and it will update that for you. We could try that right now, actually. On the Wells Fargo building, add Rachel Goodrich as the account manager. See, on the Wells Fargo building project. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say project. Let's see what it does. It understood it. That's great. So it added Rachel Goodrich as the account manager. We'll confirm that. And then we'll view it. And there you go.
Sweet. Does it consider required fields prior to saving the new project or status change project?
Yes, 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 yes. Stephen, so great question. This was a big kind of technical challenge that we had to think through and overcome. So let's say for your system specifically, that you require a certain field to be entered. What's going to happen is that the AI is going to prompt you to enter in that field before it is saved. So, for example, like let's say I tried to create a project and you require an account manager to be on the project file. It's going to say your system requires an account manager. Who do you want that to be on the file? And it will prompt you and then walk you through step by step all the required fields that your particular system requires. So, good question.
Awesome. And then Rachel wants to know if we rename our field, such as estimator, is called sales representative, will it identify those or show those in dropdowns?
Yes. So as you can see here, when I asked it to do active bid status, right, everybody's drop downs are configured. So the way it works on the back end, just not to get too technical with us here, but the AI is isolated to each one of your systems. And so that it maps to your fields, your drop downs, and the AI is learning your particular way that you use the system with the data that you're tracking. So this is part of the learning curve of AI so that it says, oh, okay, let's pretend I didn't say Rachel Goodrich. I just said Rachel. It's going to say, oh, okay, it's, in the past, maybe you did Rachel, and maybe you have two Rachels, right? In your drop downs, it's going to say in the past, you wanted Rachel Goodrich. Do you want Rachel Goodrich or do you want another Rachel to be the account manager? So it tries to step by step to walk you through to get you to the outcome you're looking for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great
Thanks,
question.
Rachel. Yeah, give us a lot of feedback because this is just the beginning of all the AI things to come, and it's gonna save a lot of time and really take all the excuses off the table on updating the system because you could just talk to it. Any other questions? All right.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
So
We did just get one. Can you
yeah,
upload a picture of a business card and that person gets added? Does it check for duplicates?
good question. So we have that feature. It's not a part of this AI, but on your mobile app, if you try to add a contact, you can take a picture of that. But it's only on the mobile device, right? Because it has the camera. So you can take a picture of the business card, and then it automatically enters that contact in and company as well. Now, let's say you have company ABC and it already exists in the system with somebody in there, and you meet somebody else at ABC. It will not duplicate the company, but it will add the new contact to that company so that there's no duplicate entry.
Awesome. And then we got one more question asking if this is going to be an add-on feature.
This is not going to be an add-on feature. So how it works with AI, what we're going to do is we're going to give X amount of actions included in your plan. Now, let's say you have somebody that all they do is talk to the system all day. There will be overages that you will be billed for on a monthly basis. But we're currently seeing how much we can give. That's why it's in beta test right now, because we want to see how many requests are going through to the AI, right? And so pricing and billing is all going to be announced here in probably the next 30 days.
Awesome.
All right. So feel free to ask any questions around AI. Happy to revisit that. But then let's go into what's coming. super excited about this. All right, let's full screen mode. Okay. So voice AI, here we go. Some screenshots and examples. What's coming in 2026? Okay, so this is a new business development dashboard, which would be really nice for people that are going out to those networking events. You're able to see new companies, new contacts, total companies, total contacts in the system, all your companies by status. So current customers, all the customizable fields there, your contacts by status, and then your Rolodex over time, and then new companies and contacts over time. So if you have somebody in that role of business development, this is going to be a really key dashboard for them. Historical roll-up. So this is going to be a really nice feature that, so business development dashboard is coming in the next few weeks. And also the historical roll-up feature is coming where I'm calling it customer 360, where let's say you're on the company page right here, you're going to be able to see all the projects that you've updated recently, the contact notes, all this kind of stuff. So this is the company page, and you'll see, Rachel updated this project, and then you can drill into that further. Same thing on the contact level, and on the project level, you can tag contacts, multiple contacts or multiple projects related to the company. So here's the real life example. Let's say you go and you have lunch with Chad, and there's 5 projects that you meet with Chad on. Here's how it looks like within the system. You could say, let's come back here. It said, I met with Chad about project 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then it will tag those projects or contacts that you mention in that note, so that it will take a snapshot of that and also have that on the contact page and the project page or the company page, depending on what you tagged, right? So think of it as like deep linking within the system. Or maybe you went to a company event, right? And you met Andrew, Andy, and Benton, and you want to say, had lunch with Andrew, Andy, and Benton. I'm going to follow up with them next week, right? So you can tag all the relationships that you have there.
We just got a question. Can follow up track contacts via LinkedIn if they change companies?
So we have a LinkedIn integration right here. So you see this LinkedIn tab on the contact level. If this person has their LinkedIn connected with their company email, you'll be able to access their profile. If they change companies, we don't track if they're moving from one company to the next, but quick tip on that, you can actually set that up within LinkedIn itself. So that's a nice little feature that LinkedIn does have. All right, so moving on, calculated fields. This is an exciting one where you're able to do math within the system, right? So we have a couple of customers that have requested this over the years, where they have, let's say, 3 different gross margin numbers on 3 different types of trades, and they want to do an average of those or whatever it is. This is a formula-based feature where you can create your formula. You can see with those different symbols or operators, as they call it, and then have that calculation appear in a new field within the project page. Right. So let's say there's 3 fields that you want to add all together, or create another, or like a percentage. You could do that and then have that appear on the project page as well. So that's a nice feature. Parent-child roll-ups. So excited about this one. In the related project section, you're going to see a toggle right here that allows you to not only link the projects, but give you one financial view of the project. So like I said before, let's say you have multiple trades at your company, and we have a lot of companies that might bid the mechanical side and the electrical side in separate departments, but they want to see those two projects in one view. That's what this allows you to do. So it's a parent-child relationships within projects, and then you can see the roll-up of all of the different record details and the pricing and the gross margin. So it connects all the projects together. And then the nice part about this is, let's say you're bidding 3 different trades and you win 2 of the 3, it automatically updates as you update the project on an individual level. Two-way calendar sync. Super excited about this. This is coming very shortly as well. So right now, the follow-up calendar shows everything, all the dates within the system. But now with our two-way sync, you're going to be able to pull in the calendar events of the users in the system that have their calendar integrated. So you'll see a little icon. That's why I've highlighted these right here with a little Outlook icon showing that that has been pulled in from Outlook, right? And so one thing, sometimes people put personal things on the calendar, right? So you have the ability to kind of secure that and lock that down to show, just busy or the full details of the calendar. So that's something that you can kind of do individually under the settings area. Dynamic sales activities with templates. So I'm super excited about this one as well. What you're going to be able to do is three major things. Number one, on the project page, you're going to be able to update the sales activities on the right-hand side by department, by trade, by type, by whatever field that you lock these activities to. So let's say you have one set of activities for mechanical, another set of activities for electrical or plumbing or whatever it is, and then assign individuals to those activities. So you can see here, this is an example of one template, right? And then you have the due dates that are offset and they cascade according to the first activity that is assigned. So this will trigger the due date of that particular activity, depending on the offset that you set up within the template. So that's a huge enhancement that we've been hearing about for years. So we're getting it done. Quote approvals. Excited about this. What you're going to be able to do here is in automations, this first step of this is to say, I want to review and approve all proposals above $5,000 or whatever the amount is. You get to specify that. And then you can assign a particular user at your company to accept or reject that proposal. And then that's what this screenshot is here, is the approver approving it or requesting changes on the proposal. So some administrative features there to make sure that you guys aren't giving away the house and that you are managing the sales team as proposals are being sent out. So now AI features the rest of our time. This one should be, so 2 main AI features that are coming. We're updating our Outlook plugin and embedding it with AI. Super excited about this. This is a screenshot as an example. We're calling it Smart Email. And so when you receive a bid, let's say from Building Connected or an email or a customer is requesting something, it's going to be able to analyze that email and say, hey, this project is not in the CRM. Do you want to create the project? It's going to read the email and scrape all the relevant data and fill in the fields for you, just like you're seeing right here, right? It's going to be able to also say, hey, you already have this project in this system, but there's another GC or there's another person, or maybe it's the engineer that's emailing you or a consultant emailing you about the project. Do you want to add this contact to the project, right? And so it's going to help you track things in the chaos of our emails into the system really quickly, really easily, and surface things for you so that AI can make you, work smarter and faster.
Awesome. We got a couple questions on this feature. So,
Yes.
yes, will the approvers need to be full users or a list with contact information to feed the automation?
So the approvers will need to be users within the system to accept that. Um, yes, and feed into the automation. That's right. So in the automation, there'll be a drop down list of your users, and they're going to receive an email saying, hey, this proposal is ready for your review. And we'll also have a link that you can also send to them.
Awesome. And if I'm working multiple projects with the same person, how do I avoid duplications across projects?
Oh, yeah, I think I answered that one with that. So it's going to detect that it's going to detect that maybe it's at the same address, right? And or maybe it's the same customer, or the details of the email is what AI is going to use to then scan the CRM to see, is this a duplicate? And what it will do is, like, right here you see a 78% likely match, and then it will surface that and say, okay, is this the same one? Yes or no, right? So it's going to prompt you to do that.
Awesome. And do we have any integrations or potential integration with Google Gemini Enterprise?
um, I'm not sure about that, so I would need more details about Google Gemini Enterprise, or what you're looking for with that. But Rachel, we can kind of talk about that. Um, or Google Workspace. If that's regarding Gmail, that's a different conversation. But yeah, we need to understand kind of what you're looking for with that. So
Okay.
right
And
now the plugin is Outlook based.
okay. And is this smart email going to be in the Outlook app?
Yes.
Great.
So it's basically an update to the Outlook app, and the current functionality is all going to be the same there. This is the AI is going to sit in front and on top of it to streamline the data entry.
Okay, awesome. Great questions.
All right. Cool. All right. So the next thing is agentic chat. So super excited about this one. So right now with AI, our voice AI, it's a talking back and forth, and that's going to evolve into something that is kind of like Chat GTP, right? But specific to your CRM, specific to your data, and specific to your company. So you're going to be able to ask it questions of your data, take actions on your behalf, send emails, create reports. So you can say, hey, create this report. So for example, we have a very deep custom report builder. And sometimes it feels like you need like a data analyst degree to create the right report for you. That's what this is going to help you do. You're going to be able to naturally prompt the system or AI to design that report for you, and then you can kind of edit it in a natural language. So super excited about this. This is going to be a big game changer that's going to come out by the end of the year. Another exciting thing is, let's say you get like an RFP for this, you can import that, and then it's going to analyze that against your one projects and say, hey, this is a good project that you guys want to be bidding based off of your historical data. That's a cool feature as well. So it's time to build. So that's what we've done. That's where we're going, and these are the major things that we're building. But we have so much planned. And so be looking out, be watching our emails. I'm going to do another one of these recapping the year, probably in December timeframe, to talk about 2027 and to keep our promises of what we shared here today. If there's any other questions, we can spend the rest of our time doing that.
Awesome. We did get one more question. Does Followup back up the data stored within the program? If so, how often?
Yeah, so we have redundancy kind of built throughout our servers. and we utilize AWS for that. So Mason, we back up the data all the time. I believe it might be like hourly or something like that. So that, if there's any issues, we can always restore that, and we log everything to make sure everything's tracked well. What else?
When can we expect the calculated fields feature to be released?
So that's actually in testing right now. So within the next few weeks, we're going to be able to deploy that, and you'll get notifications on that as well.
All right. Awesome. Any other questions?
Sorry, Rachel. I like to call you out. Like it is a game changer. If you're in the chat, you're going to be called out. But the RFP feature, yes, that's why we're building it, because it's gonna do the heavy lifting, and it's gonna help save time, right? Because that's what it's about at the end of the day.
Good stuff. Well,
Very exciting stuff.
yes, I do want to tease next month. We are going to be picking back up on our follow-up one-on-one series, and we're going to be covering automation essentials for everyday efficiency. I will drop the details in the chat if you want to go ahead and get a head start on your registration. So we hope to see you guys then. And if you have any questions about any of these features, feel free to reach out to us or your CSM. And yeah, we're really excited about all the exciting stuff that's about to come out.
Thanks, Courtney. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.